Sairam. You're listening to Sai SOUL 100, a weekly podcast series with soul, or stories of unconditional love, shared by devotees of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba in celebration of his 100th birthday. We invite you to listen in on these motivational stories of his constant loving presence in devotees' lives, offered at his lotus feet by the Sri Satya Sai International Organization USA Mid-Atlantic region. Welcome to Sai SOUL 100.
Sairam, dear listeners, welcome to Sai SOUL 100. Our guest today is Sister Sashi Wunnava, who is joining us from Fairfax, Virginia. She'll be sharing a story of how she connected with Swami at a young age and how he showered her with blessings. Sairam, Sashi, welcome to Sai SOUL 100.
Sairam, Birba, thanks for having me here.
Sairam, please share your story.
To begin with, actually, my parents have joined me in Sri Satya Sai Vidya Vihar, Vishakhapatnam, when I was in kindergarten. That is a day school. There were many teachers. That was a new school back then. It just started. And when I joined in that school, slowly I realized that, apart from the regular school curriculum that we've learned, my teachers and all used to teach me all the basic human values and, all the spiritual learning. And they used to teach us bhajans and various Swami stories and their experiences that they had. So this school started with the blessings of Swami back then. So Swami had sent in some of his students who studied in Anantapur in his institution to be teachers here at Sri Satya Sai Vidya Vihar Vizag school. So when I was very little, I didn't have the privilege to go to Parthi back then. But based on the different stories and experiences that my teachers have told on a regular basis, on a daily basis, I had this imagination of Parthi, and I have seen so many different photos of the Swami and also so many different photos of Prashanti Nilayam. So I had this imagination of how Parthi would look like. So when I was in first grade, I remember. So I got my very first Swami stream, and I remember that so clearly, even till today, because that was the very first dream that I got of Swami, and I was super thrilled. So in that dream, it was my imagination of how Parthi would look like, maybe. So apparently, Swami called me for an interview, and it was like the same, Prashant Nilayam, like how it used to look back in the olden days. Um, so Swami calls me for interview room, and then I sit right outside the usual interview room where Swami conducts interviews for all his devotees. The blue building, and there was a wooden bench right outside, and I sat there on that wooden bench, and in my dream, right next to me, there were two other people whom Swami had also called for interview. And it's very funny, but then it happens to be the two other people happen to be, one is Shirdi Baba and the other one is Shiva, our Lord Shiva, with all that, snake and I don't know how else to describe, but then they were sitting right next to me. So apparently Swami called all three of us for interview, and I was waiting along with them on a wooden bench, sitting on a wooden bench outside the blue building, which is supposed to be interview room. And there was a door out of which Swami is supposed to come out, and then he'll take he'll call us by turns to the interview room. So that is what I was told. So then meanwhile I was trying to talk to the people sitting next to me, that is Shirdi Baba and Shiva, and I was asking them, so did Swami call you also for interview? And then they said, yes, Swami called even us for interview. And then meanwhile I was talking to them, and meanwhile Swami comes out of the door of the interview room, and then he looks at me, And then I tell Swami, Swami, look who is there for the interview. So this is Shirdi Baba and this is Shiva. So apparently you called them also for interview. And then Swami smiles. And I mean, it's all about that innocence when I was little. So Swami smiles and then Swami says, okay, yeah, I called all of you for interview. But before that, I want to tell you something. And then Swami says, so Sai is your only friend, and Sai will be your friend. That's what he said. And then immediately, I mean, as soon as Swami said that, it was I didn't understand, how to react or what to say at that in my dream. So immediately I was looking at Shirdi Baba and Shiva, and even, they reconfirmed what Swami told me, and they said, yes, Sai is your best friend, Sai will be your best friend, and Sai is your only friend. And I think the dream ended right there. And the next day, I told everybody, Swami will be my best friend. And yeah, I was super thrilled when I woke up. And then, first of all, that I got Swami's dream, and that, and that he assured me, saying that he is going to be my friend and he's going to be my only friend. I was like, oh my God, out of this world. As years passed by, it became so solid and so, profound. Those words that Swami actually told in the very first dream, that, many years passed by, but still I noticed that, that thing still clinged on to me. So I would talk to Swami, and then or I would sing bhajans to Swami, and then I would try to understand the meaning in Swami's bhajans and try to contemplate on the meaning while singing the bhajans. And I feel that's how my connection with Swami grew gradually. So, time passed by like that, and after my 10th grade, it was time when many students were applying for admissions to the primary school in Puttaparthi. So even my brother had also applied, and he's my twin brother. So we both studied together. He got an admission into Swami school in Puttaparthi, that is called Sri Satya Sai Higher Secondary School. So since he got an admission, even I need to get an admission, and I need to be very close to Swami, like now onwards. So I was really, really, wanting to get an admission in Puttaparthi in the primary school. Once the academic year starts, only then they would be able to tell me if I can get an admission or not. So my parents, they took me to Puttaparthi, and and when we met the principal there of primary school, she gave me a couple of tests, admission tests to take all those exams. And, with Swami's grace, the principal came to me and she told me that I did well. Finally, I get an admission for the 11th grade in Sri Satya Sai Primary School, which is very close to the Prashant Nilayam campus. So I was like, okay, finally I got admission there. And I was really thrilled, and I was looking forward to, seeing Swami every Thursdays and Sundays. And that is how it used to be there. While I was studying there, I came to know that, our head Miss Auntie, she actually prepares lunch for Swami every day. And then she sends in, Swami's family also send in lunch for Swami every day to the Yajur Mandir. But apart from that, our primary school principal also prepares food and then lunch, and then she sends in every day. And especially the 11th graders and the 12th graders get to eat. So Swami touches a very little bit of the food that is on the plate, and then the rest of it will come back to primary school as prasadam. So what headmiss auntie does is she mixes the whole food. I mean, whatever is left from Swami's eaten food, right? I mean, when the students actually go for their lunch in the school cafeteria, in the school canteen, we get to eat that same food. So somewhere in our food, we get, small bits and pieces of what Swami had actually touched and eaten. And especially for 11th grade and 12th graders, auntie used to bring, that small idli or that small curry that Swami ate from that bowl. And then she used to give it to the 11th and 12th graders. And, she used to give small pieces. because after 11th and 12th grade, I mean, that is the end of primary school. So she used to give that special preference to 11th and 12th graders. We used to get to eat the same food as Swami, and sometimes Swami used to. I should say I'm really lucky to be there with Swami, and like I've said, breathe the same air as Swami and eat the same food as Swami, and to be in that close proximity with Swami. So that year happened to be Swami's 75th birthday. So during the Swami's 75th birthday celebrations, all the festivals that were there that year were, as per Swami's direction, um, they were meant to be celebrated on a very, very grand scale. So there were a huge number of devotees coming in, and then even the celebrations, the grandeur, the decorations, everything were at a totally, different level. So for Dasara, especially, I remember there was this Veda Saptaha Yajna that goes on for all the 7 days of Dasara. So it starts on the first day, and then the yajna, Swami starts the yajna, and then the yajna goes on continuously for all the days during the Dashara. So this is in the Purnachandra Auditorium, which is right next to Sai Kulwant Hall in Prashanthanilayam. And we used to sit in the Purnachandra Auditorium, and also sometimes in the Sai Kulwant Hall for Swami's darshan, and also to see the yajna all the days during Dashara as Swami students. And on the last day, like I've said, the main priest who conducts the yajna, he would bring a big bowl of holy water, and Swami would dip a huge brush into the holy water, and then all the students and all the devotees would sit in very neat rows in Purnachandra Auditorium. And the process is, Swami would shower his blessings on everybody. It is the holy water which he would sprinkle on everybody using that brush. So even I was seated there, and in my head I was thinking, okay, Swami, so this is my 12th grade. I want to study here, for my future studies in Anantapur campus. If you give me permission, do my higher studies here, or my parents want me to do engineering outside Parthi. So which means I have to finally go out into the world and study outside. So I was having this dual decision. So I was thinking, Swami, if you shower me with your blessings, that means if you do some miracle like that, that means you're going to bless me to go outside and study. So in my mind, I was, having all these thoughts. And meanwhile, Swami, like I've said, he was showering the holy water, sprinkling the holy water on everybody. So since I was having this sort of, this confusion, this dilemma in my mind as to what will happen. And I was focusing on the thoughts in my mind, and I was thinking, what will Swami do? Will Swami shower me with the holy water, or what is Swami going to do? And then right then, when Swami was coming in those lines, sprinkling the holy water from the bowl on everybody, it was my turn. I was sitting there, and Swami came exactly and stood in front of me. And then he looked at me, and then he dipped that brush into the bowl that the priest was carrying, which contained all that holy sacred water. He dipped, and then as soon as he removed that brush out of the bowl from the holy water, I was sitting right there. It was like a gush of water that just fell on me. I was totally drenched in that water. I didn't expect that. I was completely drenched in that, that holy water. So when he did that, I was like, okay, Swami, so this is your way of preparing me. Showering your blessings on me to, go into the outside world, to assuring me, saying that you're going to be with me and guide me and bless me. So that year was the final year that, I would come out from the 12th grade. So that's what I thought into the outer world. So it was my birthday. So all the birthday girls or boys, all the students, they get to sit in the front line for birthday blessings actually. So since it was my birthday, even I wanted to get blessings from Swami. So when I was sitting there, Swami didn't even look at me, and then Swami just walked right past me on my birthday. I felt bad. I was like, Swami, what wrong did I do? What happened? All that kind of sadness and all that kind of introspection, inner introspection. I dealt with all that, and I was thinking that, okay, now I have to do something right. Only then Swami will look at me and Swami will talk to me. And then, like that, a month passed by. I would each Thursdays or Sundays, all Swami students, we can take anything with us for blessing. Like, say, supposing a handkerchief or some akshintalu or some chocolates or even books or pens also. So I was holding just a handkerchief in my hand. Every time we went for darshan, I would sit in the first line and hope that Swami would bless me. But then he wouldn't bless me. He wouldn't even look at me. And finally, a month passed by. One day, when I was sitting for darshan, uh, uh, I was sitting there for blessings in that first line, and then Swami came from Yajur Mandir. The music started, and Swami came, and Swami came right, without stopping anywhere. He just came walking very fast, and he came to the person who was sitting probably 1 or 2 feet away from me. It was a devotee from the Satya Sai General Hospital, I believe. So Swami came, Swami spoke to her, and I was watching all this. So Swami didn't even give me a glance, also, as usual. So I was watching all this, and I was looking at Swami. And then Swami created vibhuti, and he gave it to that devotee. And I was like, this is my first time looking at Swami up so close, creating vibhuti. And I was like, again, super thrilled to be actually, it's like a literal visual to our eyes. So I was like really, really happy seeing that. And then it didn't even occur to me to offer that kerchief also to him. And I was just engrossed there. He was creating vibhuti and he was giving to that person. And all of a sudden, then he looked at me, and then he just sprinkled that vibhuti with his fingers on my face. And I was just, folding my hands, and I was looking at Swami. And then some of the vibhuti he sprinkled right on my face, and some of the vibhuti he dropped it into my hand there. And when I was just doing the namaskar to Swami, and I really didn't even realize what happened. I didn't even understand. I mean, before I could understand and realize anything, things happened so quickly. And then he just walked by again. Then it dawned on me that Swami actually sprinkled some vibhuti on me, and then he gave me little vibhuti. And uh, like I said, Pirva, earlier also, it's like a whole I don't know, life-changing moment for me, because at so many various levels. There was also one more incident I remember, Pirva. During, like I've said, it is Swami's 75th birthday celebrations, and everything was done in a very, very massive, huge scale. So usually on Ladies' Day, right from welcoming Swami from Yajur Mandir to Sai Kulwant Hall, everything is taken over by ladies. And usually, pretty much, girls and ladies, they do the welcoming. They take care of all the main administrative work there. Starting from the band is done by ladies, and then even the Veda chanting. That is how we welcome Swami from Yajur Mandir to Sai Kulwant Hall. That is also taken care of by ladies. And even when Swami gives his discourses, also even the translation is done by ladies that day. So for that, there was this Vedic chanting. That was a part of the Ladies' Day program. So for that, which is to be done by primary school girls. So for that, our headmiss auntie, she wanted mostly the 11th and 12th graders to do it. And out of that also, she handpicked few people. She would handpick few people, whoever could chant good. There were a set of Vedas that list of Vedas that she already has in mind, and then she wants all the 11th graders and 12th graders to chant those. So in my mind, I was thinking, okay, I hope Auntie selects me also to be part of the Vedic chanting group. So I was thinking in my mind, and finally it so happened that she selected me amongst other girls. But she had the condition that she would do one more round of final selections, I think a 1 week or 10 days, and then based on how we perform. Okay, so now the first part is done, so she selected me to be part of the Vedic chanting group. So the next part, I was really happy, and then I told Swami, okay Swami, so now you selected me to this Vedic chanting group, so next part is okay, right on me. So I have to learn all those Vedas now properly, because only after joining primary school in Puttaparthi, I started learning Vedas. Prior to that, I didn't have much background on Vedic chanting. I was exposed to singing bhajans and various other shlokas, or even the Christmas carols, but I didn't have much exposure to the Vedic chanting. So that was a bit new to me, and the Vedic chants were also not, I wouldn't say they weren't very easy for a person who is like a real beginner. It's not very easy to pronounce it and to perfection. So I took this very seriously, and I was like, okay, I would, like I've said, I constantly keep talking to Swami, saying, Swami, now you have to take care of this one also. So Swami, please make me learn all the Vedic chants, or please help me learn, or please learn through me. So we have our mandir there in our primary school. It is a 3-floored building wherein all our classrooms were there in the in the main level, followed by all our dormitories, and also our everyday mandir where we hold bhajans and assembly and all that. So there was this mandir which actually Swami used to visit also sometimes when he used to come to primary school. So I used to go and sit in that mandir, in that prayer hall, and then I used to start learning those Vedas. Look at the book. Then, once I learned a paragraph or so, a stanza or so, I would retell it to Swami, because there was the huge Swami's photo there. And then I would retell it to Swami. And I was like, I constantly talking to Swami, saying, Swami, is this right? Okay, did I get it right? Okay, then let me continue next. So that is how, I learned those set of Vedas, and it's all because of Swami's grace. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to chant even one single line also. So finally, the day of the final selection process came, wherein Headmiss Auntie was selecting us, and then she heard mine, and then she said, "Okay, you're there, you're in for the Vedic chanting." And I was like, "Okay, this was just, I think, 1 or 2 days before the Ladies' Day, actual Ladies' Day, November 19th, Ladies' Day. So when the final day came, the Ladies' Day, it so happened that we would stand in the order of shortest to tallest. In the Vedic chanting group also, and I happened to be one of the tallest in that group. So I was on the last line, standing on the last line. So when we were standing, I realized then that I would be the last one standing there, and Swami would be walking right behind me actually. Finally, when the time came that when we had to chant, I didn't even remember what I chanted also. I was too, engrossed in that happiness, or whatever was going on, that Swami was right behind me. And I mean, though I couldn't look back at him throughout and chant, but I was super thrilled that Swami was walking right behind me, and that is how we welcomed Swami from the Ajur Mandir to Sai Kulwant Hall for that Ladies' Day. And I think it's all because of Swami that I could learn even a word of that Vedas, and also be part of that offering, and um, do anything in that first place. It's all because of Swami. Sometimes I feel that what Swami does in life for us. Sometimes I feel, maybe I am doing some things for Swami, helping him, or that I am chanting for him. But actually, that is not the truth. Like I said, he is the silent worker, and he is the one who's singing through me, and he's the person who's actually doing things, and he makes me feel that I do it for him. It's like somewhere down the line we get trapped in that Maya.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sairam, Sister Sashi, thank you so much for sharing these beautiful stories from your first dream of where Swami coming and telling you that he is your best friend. Even Shirdi Sai Baba and Shiva are confirming that Swami is your best friend. And it's such a cute, sweet dream to have at such a young age to cultivate your relationship with Swami. And then as you grew up, Swami blessed you with sprinkling holy water, sprinkling vibhuti. He's always telling you in many ways that he's always with you and always blessing you, right?
Yes.
And of course, you had the chance to connect with Swami before you saw Swami physically as a young child. And then you were blessed to be in Swami's presence, to be able to experience his physical presence at close proximity, which is a really amazing experience for you to have both aspects of it. And then, of course, your sheer willpower and the effort to learn the Vedas, of course, with his blessings, is also an example for each one of us to take that with effort and with the Swami's grace and blessings, we can achieve anything. So thank you for being here and sharing your beautiful stories for Sai Soul 100.
Yeah, thank you so much, Vidaba. I think, if Swami puts us in any particular situation, he would have already given us the strength to deal with it much before than we realize. And I think all he waits for is just that surrender to him. And yeah, I'm truly blessed. And I only pray to Swami, to please be with me and guide me all the time.
Jai Sairam, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Sairam, dear listeners, thank you for listening to Sai Soul 100. If you'd like to receive notifications of upcoming Sai Soul 100 stories, please subscribe to Sai Soul 100 channel and click on the bell. You have been listening to Sai Soul 100 with Sister Sashi Wunnava. I am Prabha Swaminathan. Until next time, Jai Sairam.